Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here. And today, well, actually, tonight, I am live streaming right here on the channel from 4 p.m. U.S. Central Time until 7 p.m. U.S. Central Time right here on the channel and on Twitch. For those of you that want to watch on Twitch, I'm now streaming to both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. The link to my Twitch channel is in the description down below, so go ahead and give that a follow. So anyway, on to today's video. I'm bringing you guys yet another top 5 players you will meet in World of Warships list. And just like the second list, a lot of this list is from the comment section of the previous players you will meet in World of Warships video. So again, this is all in good humor, just a nice fun video for us to have a laugh at ourselves with. Again, nothing is really meant by it, it's all in good fun. Some people didn't seem to understand that, even though I explained it last time as well. But anyway, let's go ahead and get right on into it. So coming in at number 5, we have the Backstabber. So the Backstabber is more often than not playing a destroyer. Now, they can also be playing a cruiser or some battleships or even an aircraft carrier, because the Backstabber, that's the guy that torps you with his torps. And he's on your team, so naturally those little fish should be going after the red ships, not your ship. Now, the Backstabber can be caught in, well, any game mode, really. I think nope, I've been torpedoed by my own team in clan battles as well. So yeah, this guy's everywhere. And he will often launch his torpedoes in fairly good faith, but he fails to understand that you really shouldn't be launching torpedoes from behind your team, and that once the torpedo has left the tube, he's nobody's friend anymore. It's open season for him. Now, when confronted about their tendencies, they will often reply with, well, I cannot control my torpedoes once I launch them, and well, you weren't there when I launched them in the first place. They seem to fail to understand that this is a game that involves vehicles that tend to move. And that players, and another one they'll say is, well, why did you turn into them? They fail to understand that when you're playing something like a battleship, it isn't exactly easy to change your course or your heading or, well, stop. And that's, I mean, what do you expect a battleship player to do, or heck, even a cruiser player to do, when really they shouldn't be looking out for torps coming from that direction, because there's no red DD there. There's a green DD there, and he shouldn't really be torpedoing his friendlies, so they're not exactly looking out for it because you shouldn't be doing it. So, just a general reminder, once again, the golden rule of torpedoes is never torpedo from behind friendly lines. Alright, moving our way down the list, we have the Wallet Warrior at number 4. Now, the Wallet Warrior is a very common player, especially nowadays with all the premium ships out there. The Wallet Warrior is a player who buys his way into higher tier. He didn't grind his way up or anything, but he sure has that credit card, and he can swipe that bad boy once and have a tier 8 or even a tier 9 nowadays. Now, the Wallet Warrior is different from the Whale. The Whale at least knows how to play the game, and like I said in the first video, the Whale has at least grinded up to several tier 10s. His main goal is just collecting as many ships as he can. The Wallet Warrior, he just got bored of grinding at like tier 5 and wanted to get into higher tier as fast as possible, so he bought something like the Key or the Turpits. That's the entire reason why the Turpits got its nickname, the Dirt Bits, from all the Wallet Warriors that bought it when it came out. And, you know, I get it. The grind's actually not that bad in World of Warships. War Thunder's got a much worse grind than this game. But you get bored at lower tier, you want to get to high tier as fast as possible. Well, that nice little black strip on your credit card's a nice shortcut to get up to higher tier. And generally, these guys don't really have an idea what they're doing, because they're down at tier 5, but they want to get up to tier 8 as fast as possible, so they don't really understand what their ship should be doing. They may be going close in Key. They may be trying to snipe in Turpits. They may be trying to play a carrier the entirely wrong way if they bought a carrier. They may try to attack, if they bought the German CV bundles, they may be trying to attack destroyers with German carrier rocket planes. Something that you really shouldn't be doing unless you absolutely have to do. But they don't really care. They want to get to high tier, and now they are here. And if you look at the stats for their ships that they bought, it's not a pretty picture. It's normally a lot of red, whole lot of red. And these guys, well, they don't really care too much what anybody else says, but typically, sometimes they can be saved and understand the error of their ways and go back down to lower tier and then proceed to higher tier the correct way. Then they can enjoy their premium ship that they spent their money on. Alright, moving on now down to number 3, we have the Historian. Yes, the Historian. This person only plays ships that really existed. They can also tell you everything about just about every ship in the game. I'm not really sure how they have that information on hand, but I mean, good God, they can quote you the specifications of the prop shaft of the Cossack if they need to. It's crazy how much information some of these guys actually know. These are also the same type of players to complain if there's more than one Yami in the game because there's only one Yami in real life, so it should be limited to one in game. They seem to have a problem processing that this is a video game and it doesn't adhere to those limits. If it did, 70% of the current Soviet tech tree simply wouldn't exist. Yeah, I know. They don't understand that concept for some reason. They also will, if you manage to sync them and they're playing, let's say, the Vanguard or the Iowa, they'll go on a tirade about how their ship was real and it should be one of the best ships in the game and this and that, and it shouldn't be as inaccurate as it was. They also talk about how German gunnery in World War II was actually one of the most accurate types of gunnery period as far as naval gunnery goes, and scored one of the longest confirmed hits in naval gunnery history. Again, not understanding that it's a game and that the Germans are that way because of game balance reasons and things like that. But these guys are usually good-natured and they're just here to have a good time. They're not looking to ruin anybody's game or anything. But, you know, if you irk them, they will literally throw the entire history book at you in roughly 5 minutes. Because these guys, too, they don't really leave when they get sunk. They stick around, and if you irk them, they will gladly throw just walls and walls and walls of text at you. It's really interesting to see. Now, this is a rather rare breed nowadays. I haven't ran across one of these guys in quite some time, but man, do they exist on YouTube, though. The comments of some videos of certain topics, these guys come out of the woodworks, and boy, it's like reading a book almost. I mean, I think those of you that have been around long enough and watch most videos kind of know which one I'm hinting at. But, yeah. Moving on down to number 2, we have the Weeb. Now, I really feel like I don't have to explain what this player's like, but I'll give it a shot anyway. So anyway, a Weeb is a connoisseur of the fine arts of animation from Japan. These are the guys that recently got shafted with the Azure Lane event, meaning that if they wanted to get their favorite lady commander, then they had to, well, dish out quite a few dollars in order to obtain her, and, well, quite frankly, the rest of the crossover as well. Now, these players can be easily identified by simply using National Voiceover Plus, because their commanders are enthusiastic and very high-pitched for the most part. Now, honestly, some of them are just fine, but there's some others that, good sweet Jesus, is that a goose dying when they talk? I mean, like, come on. How do you listen to that for how many hours you play this game? I mean, you guys know what I'm talking about. They can also be identified by having some very interesting camouflages on their ships. I mean, don't get me wrong, the camouflages in this game are pretty radical. I mean, there's one that makes Montana look like a giant crocodile, but these camouflages are normally very bright and very noticeable. They also have the tendency to type a certain catchphrase in chat, if you will, that will then explode chat into a sea of that similar catchphrase. And again, I know all of you know what I'm talking about. Now, there's nothing really wrong with being a connoisseur of fine animation from Japan. In fact, most of the best players that I know are a connoisseur of fine animation from Japan. But again, they are a type of person you will run into in World of Warships, and you might just switch your audio settings back to National VoiceOver instead of National VoiceOver Plus. Alright, moving on down to number 1. We have the rank burnout. And I have a feeling this is most of us right now. The rank burnout is a player who has been trying to advance in rank all day. He is just so sick and tired of putting his best effort forward, but still losing and losing his star. And just going back and forth and back and forth. And back. The man just wants his steel, okay? He just wants his steel to get his Shikishima, or his Bargon, or his Stalingrad. But he can't just have his steel. He has to win in ranked. And winning in ranked is nigh impossible, it seems, at the moment. He's tired of being spotted by CVs. He's tired of being set on fire, especially when it's 3 fires from one shell. He's so tired of eating torpedoes. He's so tired of his team just utterly failing to push or to hold a cap or coordinate in general. And he's so sick and tired of ranked. He's popped back into his favorite tier 10 ship. He just wants a good game. And he is just one stupid decision from his team away from punching his monitor. Let the poor man have his steel. And let him have a good game. Thank you, Wargaming. Anyway, guys, those are the top 5 players you will meet in World of Warships. Actually, the third top 5 players you will meet in World of Warships list. Again, a lot of these are from the comment section on the second top 5 players you meet in World of Warships video. So let me know in the comments down below. Are there any more players that I left out, or are there some that you've come up with since then? Do you guys want to see a 4th list? Because you guys really do seem to enjoy this one in particular. Anyway, guys, reminder, I am streaming on Twitch from 4 p.m. U.S. Central Time to 7 p.m. U.S. Central Time right here on the YouTube channel and on Twitch. So make sure you come out and join us for that. I hope you're all having a wonderful Friday, and I hope to catch you guys in the next one.